In this video, we are going to learn how to use a histogram to display numerical data. So we're going to start out with a few definitions. Make sure you have these copied down, as well as this homework assignment titled and dated. So first, a histogram. I'm going to define it as a visual display of numerical data that clumps the data together into intervals. So this is not used for categorical, it's used for numerical. And then it displays the intervals in a bar graph. So to you, it's gonna look like a bar graph. However, it's not, it's a histogram. And they are different. A bar graph displays categorical data. A histogram displays numerical. Now what is an interval? So an interval is just a consistent range of numbers. So an interval of 5 that started at 30 would be 30 to 34, 35 to 39, 40 to 44. Notice it sort of looks like there's only 4 numbers in here, but if you actually count it out, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, right? That's 5 numbers. In a histogram, this is also called the bin width because it's like the width of one of the bars. When we graph it, this is going to be the horizontal axis on the histogram. And then the frequency, that's how often a certain number or interval occurs. So it's the vertical axis on a histogram. So if there were 10 numbers that fell between 30 and 34, then the frequency would be 10. All right, so now let's learn how to make a histogram. We're going to use some example test scores from a science test. There's a lot of numbers there. Start by writing them down. And then we're going to find the minimum and maximum. So that would be the smallest and the largest number. And that'll help us decide the interval width. So the smallest number that I see is 65. And the biggest number that I see is 99. So I know that I need to go from 65 or below to 99 or above. So I'm going to use an interval width of 10. You could have used 5, that would have been fine. 1 would be a long ways because you'd have to go all the way from 65 up to 99 counting by ones. So that would be too much. 5 or 10 would both work. We're going to go ahead and do 10. So to set up your frequency table, you are going to draw a table, and the first column is going to be the score intervals, and the second column is going to be the number of tests, or the frequency. And so before we count anything up, we're going to write out what our intervals are. So if we're doing intervals of 10, then I'm going to go from 60 to 70, 70 to 80. Now, some of you may notice a problem here, that 70 is listed twice. And so what we're going to do is we're going to change the first 70 to be 69. Because if something's 70, we want it to go in that second group. All right, so now I'm going to count up what I have. So there's only one number that's in the 60s. So I'm going to write 1. I'm going to cross it off as I find it. Then I'm looking for how many numbers are in the 70s. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers in the 70s. Now I'm going to look for numbers in my 80 to 89 bin. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then finally, everything that's left should be in the 90s if I did it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. So now I'm ready to make my histogram. So to make your histogram, you're going to start with a horizontal line for the intervals, and we're going to label that with the intervals from our frequency table. So I've drawn in 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And so my 60 to 70 space right here, that's my 60 to 69 range, and so on. And I'm going to label this scores. And then on my vertical axis, that is my frequency. And when I look at the numbers in my frequency table, 1, 5, 6, and 7, it looks like I just should probably count by ones. So I've labeled my frequency by ones. And now I can draw in my bars. So starting with the 60 to 69 bar, that only goes up to 1. So between 60 and 70, I'm going to draw a bar with a height of 1. And then from 70 to 79, there were 5. So I'm going to go up to 5 for my next bar that ends at 80. Notice how there are no gaps between the bars. That is really important. That's how we can visually distinguish this from a bar graph. Histograms do not have gaps. And then from 80 to 90, I should be up at 6. And from 90 to 100, I should be up at 7. So looking at the bar graph, we can see that most people had scores higher than 70, with the largest number of people being between 90 and 100. Now you're going to do one on your own. All right, so now this is your practice problem. So you're going to try and complete this one on your own. And then in class tomorrow, you're going to get to see how it should have been done. So first, I've given you a set of data. Make sure to copy that down. This is the ages of people that we found at a park. And now I started a frequency table for you, so you know which bin widths to use, but you need to fill out the frequencies for it, the number of people for each interval. And then you need to translate all that data into the histogram. And I've also set the histogram up for you so you know what the axes should look like, but you need to copy all that down and then draw in the bars accurately. So pause now, finish this problem, and then we'll check it together in class tomorrow. Good luck.